Genesis chapter 30, verses 35 through 43. But that day Laban removed the male goats that were striped and spotted, and all the female goats that were speckled and spotted, every one that had white on it, and every lamb that was black, and put them in the charge of his sons. And he set a distance of 3 days' journey between himself and Jacob. And Jacob pastured the rest of Laban's flock. Then Jacob took fresh sticks of poplar and almond and plane trees and peeled white streaks in them, exposing the white of the sticks. He set the sticks that he had peeled in front of the flocks in the troughs, that is, the watering places, where the flocks came to drink. And since they bred when they came to drink, the flocks bred in front of the sticks, and so the flocks brought forth striped, speckled, and spotted. And Jacob separated the lambs and set the faces of the flocks toward the striped and all the black in the flock of Laban. He put his own droves apart and did not put them with Laban's flock. Whenever the stronger of the flock were breeding, Jacob would lay the sticks in the troughs before the eyes of the flock, that they might breed among the sticks. But for the feebler of the flock he would not lay them there, so the feebler would be Laban's, and the stronger Jacob's. Thus the man increased greatly, and had large flocks, female servants and male servants, and camels and donkeys. Strip the bark, let the white show through. Laban's got a plan, but God's on the move. 3 days of desert can't stop the rain. What was meant for my loss is gonna be my gain. Yeah, we're peeling back the sticks, but we're leaning on the word. The blessing of the Father is the loudest thing I've heard. Hey! I'm chasing ancient lore in the dust of the A&E, trusting maternal impression to set the captive free. But I'm just a supplanter, playing a clever game, peeling back the poplar while I'm hiding all my shame. Charles Stanley's voice is ringing from the desert heat, saying helping God with gimmicks is a path to sure defeat. God's will in man's way, it always leads to the sand, a lonely desert experience in a dry and weary land. It ain't the poplar, it ain't the plane, it ain't the almond that's breaking the chain. While I'm working at the water, he's working in the dark, turning every shadow into a covenant mark. Spurgeon saw the truth through the schemes and the tricks. The increase only comes from the God of the sticks. Strip the bark, let the white show through. Laban's got a plan, but God's on the move. 3 days of desert can't stop the rain. What was meant for my loss is gonna be my gain. Yeah, we're peeling back the sticks, but we're leaning on the word. The blessing of the Father is the loudest thing I've heard. God of the sticks, beyond the maternal impression, beyond the meddling of the man, a genetic explosion